and welcome to Monday Night's Treasure Vortex with Gypsy Jules from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as her website, gypsydigs.com, and myself, Amanda Digger Degaz. We have myself in Maine and Gypsy in Texas this evening. So, I know last week we canceled, so we're going to get right to it and bring Gypsy on in. And hey, Gypsy, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good here in Texas. Getting ready to go out of state though, so been a busy weekend so far.
It sounded it. It sounded it. So you guys know I did get to catch up a little bit with Gypsy earlier and a couple times over the last couple days. So, yeah, it sounds like you have been just going, going, going.
I have, and yesterday I just tried to take some time to clean my vehicle out from my past several trips. You know, as a treasure hunter, I know you know how that gets, but sometimes you accumulate junk and trash you need to get out of your vehicle, and then you have stuff that you may not need on your next trip. And so I spent the whole day after I got my vehicle clean, and then I went and got it vacuumed out, and then I came back and started packing. So it was crazy, and I'm still not completely there yet. So I did start packing, but you know how there always is. You're like, I need this and I need this. I just thought of something else today I've got to grab. So I'm going to have
Now,
to go to the store and grab that.
jeez, to be fair, how many treasures do you think you found cleaning out your Jeep that you had forgotten about?
Let's see. Probably from the last 3 trips. And, something really cool. I can't wait to tell. When I went to the family reunion, when was that, Labor Day weekend?
Yes. Yeah, I think you said so.
I went metal detecting with, uh,
Lee and
gosh, my brain. Yeah, Marla Lee
yep.
and Herbie Lee. And there was one thing, when I dug it up, it looked like it just had a design on the bottom, and I was thinking, it's like some piece of jewelry or was something that came, I wasn't for sure what it was. Well, yesterday, I cleaned, some of that off, and I put it, how you and I put some of our finds on a plate?
Yep.
Sometimes when we're organizing and stuff, just to lay it out. So I dumped my pouch out. And I dumped it onto a plate because I didn't want to put it in a baggie, because I was afraid if I put it in a baggie, and I still haven't done that video yet, because I like to take photos, and videos sometimes of my finds. So I was like, I really need to just dump it on a plate. And I just was like, well, I think I'm going to wipe that off this morning before I left. And I did. And it's a Texas chauffeur license tag.
Ooh, that's cool.
So, yeah, it was really cool. I think it says 1939, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I'm going to clean it up better. This was just a rinse off under the, sink water. So that's all I've done to it so far. But I was really pleasantly surprised.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really neat.
I love it when that happens,
Absolutely.
So that was a surprise from me cleaning out. And then I also, from the video that I just uploaded, my bottles and stuff were still in my vehicle. I have like 3 different pouches that I use, depending on, which day, like if I'm just, in the creek or river, I'll use a different pouch usually that doesn't have my pin pointer in it, or something like that. So for like the mudlarking and dump digging and stuff. And so I got all that stuff out and had my bottles that I'd found in there, and so I was cleaning those off. So I would say quite a bit of stuff out of my car, but a lot of stuff that, that needed to come out from, like, when I set up at the Texas Treasure Show. I still had like a box in my vehicle from that, and just other stuff. So it is always nice to find this surprising stuff that, have worked its way into your vehicle somewhere that you forgot that you found, or you didn't know you found. It was a nice surprise.
In your case today, yeah, it sounds that way. But again, it's always fun getting those type of. It's like a double find. It was.
It really is. It truly is. So yeah, but it's nice to have a clean vehicle. I had to reorganize the back, and kind of get I know we always like to be extra prepared, So sometimes I have maybe the over-preparedness going on. So I really try to condense, and I'm just hoping that I don't get to Arizona and go, well, dang, I took that out of my vehicle and put it in my relic room, that kind of thing. Fingers crossed I didn't do that.
Yeah. Did you do you know me? I'm one of the worst. I'll do a list and then I'll still pack and then have to unpack my suitcase and go back through and go. But it's the weather. Especially if you're flying,
Exactly.
driving is
Well,
a
this
little
time I'm not
easier.
flying.
So that should
This
be a
time
little
I'm not
easier. You
flying.
can add more things to your vehicle. The boots, the
It's
sneakers, the
It
jacket.
is easier, yeah. It's easier in those ways for sure. And I can bring more metal detectors, more metal detecting equipment, so that way I've got 3 shovels in there. I've got all the, the backup detectors, another detector for somebody else to use, extra coils, extra headphones, all of the extras, extra pinpointer. But at the same time, I packed most of my clothes yesterday, like I said, but I packed 2 different bags. So I'm like, should I condense, or it's like you say, I found out kind of the weather, which is starting to cool down there, but at the same time, it's going to get hot. So it's, again, those being prepared. I do have my rain jacket I've already packed, and I haven't packed a heavier jacket, but I know I better because you know me.
Yeah.
It's cold. I get cold too fast, so.
Well,
I get cold when I walk into a restaurant and they got the air blowing on me.
I mean, it is that September. It's that September sun. So the evenings well, here anyway, the evenings and the mornings are chilly. They're chilly. They're in the 40s. And then by, midday, it can get up to like 85 and you're sweating. So,
Exactly. So
uh,
it should be fun. I just got to figure out. Then I don't know if you have the problem I have, but then I'm like, well, if I bring this jacket because I like this jacket, but what if I want a hoodie, or what if do I want to bring one with a hood, or do I want to bring one that's rain resistant? Is that thick enough? Is that, you get into all that.
but you're driving. So when I drive, I throw all of that stuff in. If I'm
Yeah,
flying,
there
I'm a
will be
lot
somebody
pickier.
riding with me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there will be somebody riding with me part of that time, but I feel like some of that I can just bring back. I mean, some of that I can store where I'm staying, so, leave like my main suitcase there and just bring an extra, throw the extra jacket and extra stuff in the car. So, yeah, driving definitely has its advantages, but it's going to be a long drive to Sedona, so almost looking at 1,000 miles there and 1,000 miles back, a little over 900 something miles.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're traveling. The traveling gypsy coming to a city near you. Well, technically further away, but from, yeah.
Yeah, but I do have some good news.
Mm.
Um, I am going to be picking up a Vortex uh,
Ooh.
to to test and video with while I'm there, so that'll be
Awesome.
nice.
That's exciting. I know that you were really
Excited
looking
about that.
forward to getting it back in your hands, so that's cool.
Yeah, ever since I tested that, beginning prototype, well, you were there, and
April.
man, gosh, it's been too long. I was
Yeah.
like, couldn't wait to get one back in my hands, and so I'm really excited and can't wait to play with it more and see what changes that they make, because I know that they've done a lot and done a lot of upgrading. So I'm really excited to see, because I was already impressed with just that one mode that we got to test. So anyway, excited.
Awesome. No, that's cool though. I would be excited too. I still have a week before I can do anything.
Ah, man. But hey, you've been keeping busy doing other stuff. I did see your TikTok video where you cleaned up some of your rings and jewelry that you had found. I think metallarking and metal detecting with an ultrasonic thing that you had gotten.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah, the ultrasonic machine, I don't know. I'm used to things on industrial like size or industrial work. Like it was okay. It was okay. I do have to say the jewelry cleaner like solution works great on silvers. Like I just threw them in and let them sit and it seemed to work really well. The ultrasonic machine, I mean it works. It works. It gets the dirt out. It's not as great as I had hoped it would be. Um, I think it needs a little
Probably
basket.
not like the one I got, the bigger one,
Yeah, even I have a
the
tiny
stainless
one
steel
and it's
one.
got a little basket and you can put stuff in it and it
Uh
seems
huh.
to be I don't know, but again that one is from like the 90s I'm guessing. The one I had
Oh yeah.
originally.
You may
Um
need a modern one, yeah.
yeah. So I don't know, it was all right. I do have to say today is Bobby Buddha's birthday. I don't know if he's listening, but happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday.
Happy
Yay. Happy birthday.
birthday. There's a lot of people, like a lot of people I know, all birthdays. I'm like, oh my gosh, today. Um, in the last few days, September.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Jerry Kinney's birthday today.
ah,
He's a fellow digger down this way, Texas digger. And happy birthday to him as well,
yeah.
if he's listening.
And then yeah, I haven't gotten to get out digging or detecting again. I think what is it? By Friday, the what is it, 2 weeks